Hello, Vibers. Recently, a listener sent me a book to review, Making of a Master by Ted Scott. It's set in Imperial China, and it's about how a peasant farmer's son gets recognized as a Buddhist master and the trials he goes through to fulfill his destiny. The author, Ted Scott, is an interesting chap. He was in senior management of the electricity industry, being the chief executive officer of Stanwell Power Corporation for a while. Ted holds the Order of Australia and was nominated as one of Australia's top 30 business leaders. He's written a number of books around management, leadership, psychology, and spirituality. He's also a blogger, and his webpage, tedscott.com.au, is definitely worth a look. Ted is an engaging writer. Now, most times, book reviewers will read the book's first paragraph, which is the hook. But I've chosen this bit of prose from the body of the book, and I've done so to display Ted's style. The frost had laid white carpets along the road. Even so, the impending spring was obvious, with the verdant shoots of the tougher grasses and the predominantly dormant trees now pushing their new life through the dwindling cold. 6 staunch warriors in the employ of Xin Hua led the little entourage northwards. Ted doesn't spare his protagonist, Chi Ang, who becomes Takigulpa Rinpoche. The protagonist is born in tough times, and he faces real adversity: drought, famine, suicide of a family member, a mindlessly mean boss, physical and mental torture. These issues form a good framework for the protagonist to apply his insights and keep the plot moving forward. I found this book an easy, enjoyable read. It's one of those books you should keep in your bag, because during the day, you'll find yourself wondering how things turn out for your hero, and you'll want to grab the book and read it anytime you have a few moments. Of course, the job of a reviewer is to give constructive criticism. The main character is unrealistically lacking in flaws or weaknesses. He reminded me a little bit of a male Rey from Star Wars, and is a bit of a male Mary Sue. There's no real character arc for him, but this is forgivable, because he's not actually someone you're supposed to empathize with. He's an ideal, he's not really a person. Now, the book has a couple of Mary Sues. The protagonist's mother and sister are just too good to be true. There's never any conflict between them. The same is true for the teachers he meets. They're all really likable, but none of them are really compelling characters. But considering the engaging writing, the book generates more than enough goodwill to overlook these relatively minor flaws. The most compelling character is Lee, who's the protagonist's boss for a little while and actively bullies him. Lee has a real character arc. Lee is a warrior turned keeper of the stables who can't really let go of his glory days. He misses having the conflict and therefore meaning and point in his life. The police rank constable means keeper of the stables. So the idea of warriors performing what is held out to be demeaning, but is actually really important work, is very cleverly done, I thought. Buddhism is explicit in this book, but you can feel other Chinese literature in the book. There's the classic Outlaws of the Marsh, and of course, Journey to the West, or as Australians know it, the Monkey Magic series. Ted isn't a Buddhist, and this is revealed by some clearly Christian ideals and worldviews being put in the mouths of some of the Buddhist masters. I think Ted has really achieved his goal here of presenting spiritual, philosophical, and psychological insights in a very entertaining way. The book is aimed at all ages, and as I said, if you're interested in the themes, get it for yourself. But this book will be particularly appealing to young adult readers, and I think would make a great gift for young adults. I commend this book to you, and it's available on the website tedscott.com.au.